you create that space for God to fill, and it really does. It's a tweak in your mind that you go from believing to knowing, from that faith to believe to that faith to receive, and really the kind of thing, because when you have that mindset and you're connected with that, that's when you could walk through a desert, get to an ocean, and demand that it stand at attention for you without even a question for it, and it's powerful.
With no doubt.
With no
doubt. You can say, mountain, move.
Right.
Mountain, move, with no doubt. And not wondering, is the mountain going to move? Is it going to really get out my way? I said, mountain, move. Either you will move or I will walk through you. That's non-negotiable. And I think the best physical example of that we have, one of the best, is, and this is a father as well, but a parent with their child. When you are wanting a child to be safe, when you want when a child has to get what they need, when something feels like it's going to endanger your child, and you start moving without even questioning, like a child's going to trip or they're walking toward the street or whatever, you don't wonder what's going to happen. You are a force to be reckoned with to get to safety, non-negotiable to save that child, non-negotiable to make that child, safe, non-negotiable to feed that child. And sharing this with you, Steve, reminds me of one of the lowest points of my life, actually, and I don't know if I had I think I put this in the book, and I don't talk about it often, but one of the lowest points of my life, my son was 6 months old, and I only made $800 a month, and I let someone in my home, and they took my second ATM card. I don't put all this in the book, and they stole about $600 out of my account. And I don't know if you've ever been to the place where you already don't know how you're going to make it.
Yeah, sure.
To the next check. I didn't know, but I knew I could make it. I just needed to be really, really creative.
Right.
And I went to my bank account, and it said $200. I said, oh my God, no! I just got my check. It can't be $200. To find out it was $200, and when I told them that someone had stole money out of my account, they said, okay, great, we'll reconcile. It'll take 2 to 3 weeks. My stomach fell in knots. I don't have 2 or 3 weeks. I remember sitting on my couch, Steve, and first I went down to get on government assistance. I finally and I've been working since I was 14 years old. I'd never been without a job. I even had a job then. I just didn't have enough money to take care of me and my baby. And I went to government assistance, and I remember crying so hard because it meant I failed to me. How can you get on the county? Lisa, you've always been just broken. I was broken, Steve. And I remember I kept saying, I'm going to feed my baby no matter what. I'm going to get out of my own way. See, when that goal is so strong that you're willing to throw away all the excuses, give up all the reasons why you can't do it, and you're willing to do whatever, whenever, however, wherever, then you moved into non-negotiable. I moved into non-negotiable sitting in front of that woman with tears streaming down my face, and I said, I promise you, ma'am, I am not trying to use you. I just need to pay for my baby's food. And brought her to tears. She felt my heart. And then I went home because she said she could put me on emergency government assistance. I can get money in the next 48 hours, but I had to go 48 hours. And I went home, and I remember not having enough money to buy my son Pampers. And I don't know why I'm telling you this. There's someone needs to hear this because everyone sees my life now sitting beside Oprah and across from Larry King and doing the stuff I do, but there was a lot of no matter what that led to this moment. I remember laying my baby on his back, Steve, and I didn't have money for Pampers. And so God, it still brings tears to my eyes telling you, I put a towel on my baby right over his private. I put a towel on him, and I sat there for hours with my hand sitting on top of his towel so that I could know when he was wet, so that he didn't have to stay wet long. That's when you hit no matter what.
That's when you connect with something. You connect with that. Is it divine? Was it put in there before? When you really connect with something that you know you have to change it, and you know you have the power to change it, and that you've been blessed with this opportunity to change.
And sometimes it has to get so dark that in the darkness you can close your eyes and see the light. You can close your eyes, and that's where your unwavering faith. Sometimes you get hit, and if you're at that place where you kind of go, what next? Well, amen for asking what next, because now you're in the space to create something new. See, when I sat on that couch with my son, what I made a commitment for, Steve, is that I would never, ever be here again. When I sat in front of that woman at the county bin, I made a commitment. You will not have to see my face again unless I'm bringing in a donation check to you. See, something can happen even in those moments.
And what's powerful is you get that mindset, and sometimes you don't know the specifics. You sit there and you're in that situation, and you say, I will never be in this situation again. And you look at this woman, and you know, I will never, no matter what, have to see you in this situation again. You didn't know you were going to be an Oprah. You didn't know you were going to be an Oprah. You didn't know you were going to be a Larry. You didn't know you'd be writing a book that million people saw. All you knew is that you would not be
never
there
be there again.
No
matter what. Non-negotiable. So your non-negotiable can birth out of something that was painful. That's okay, long as you don't park and take out real estate in the pain. See, I visit that place for reference. I visit that place when Oprah's team called me and they said, Miss Nichols, how wonderful, these were their words, how wonderful is your life because you know about the secret. I said, in order for me to let you see clearly how wonderful it is, I need to share with you how much of a mess it was. Now I go back to the mess, not to backstroke in the mess, but so you can, one, get how far we get to come, how much we get to do, how great we get to be, and how much is available to us. That's number one. And two, so that I can really celebrate these moments now. I'm celebrating now because I'm always conscious. I'm always conscious of the entire journey. So your no matter what can be birthed out of something uncomfortable. Your no matter what can be birthed out of something magnanimous. Your no matter what could be birthed out of a transition of someone. See, my no matter what to save teen lives, to transform teen lives, came out of me standing at a child's funeral and saying, oh, no, 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 not on my watch. I will not. I will do everything I can, everything in my fiber to give every child, every teen the skill sets, the tools to express how they feel, to be real. That's what I committed. But it came out of a very visceral, very painful experience with my friend Thomas, having to watch him transition because I wasn't on my A game at the time. I was still listening to my negative self-talk. Who are you, Lisa, to transform teen lives? You got kicked out of college because you didn't have money. Who are you, Lisa, to transform teen lives? You can't be a speaker. You don't know how to speak. All that yah.
And it's not just you, it's the people around you who have that outdated version of you who are saying, oh, who do you think?
I love
You're
it.
going to be on Oprah? Aren't you the one where online over there asking for money? And they'll try and bring you back there so quick.
Dream busters.
Yeah, sometimes, Lisa, nothing's so unpopular as a friend who wants positive change, and that's the truth. And when you have that,
I love the way you say
what,
that, Steve. That's
it's
juicy.
the truth. We have to be honest about it. It's the truth. They like you where they got you, because when you start changing, it means they have to look at themselves. And suddenly,
Steve, look at you.
Look,
my grandmother said, when the news is good, you got to knock on something. That's some good news. That's true.